awakening is not easy. It can be scary, confusing, and just plain messy. In this video, we're going to talk about what a spiritual awakening is and what it actually feels like. But first, my name is Emily, and I make content about spirituality, manifesting, tarot, and personal growth. And this is Galactic Ladybug. Galactic Ladybug is for people who are intuitive, emotionally intelligent, and seek a higher meaning to life. On this channel, we will seek self-love and acceptance together. No one ever stops learning and growing, and I want to learn and grow beside you. So please like and subscribe if you want to join me on this crazy journey called life. So what's a spiritual awakening anyways? A spiritual awakening is when you start to experience profound shifts in your consciousness and you start to understand the mystery of life and you start to see how everything is connected. So how do you know if you're going through a spiritual awakening? The first thing to know is that everyone is different. There is no set list or time of what people will experience, how they'll experience it, and how long they'll go through it. But there are a lot of common symptoms. One of the most common signs that you're going through a spiritual awakening is that you feel disconnected, detached, and isolated. Many will feel overwhelmed and confused, and it feels like everything you know about your life, about you, about your identity is a lie. You may feel very isolated and lonely and almost like you're being unplugged from reality. That's because you are being unplugged from a false reality. You're being unplugged from all your limited thoughts and beliefs. And you start to sense and see right through inauthenticity and manipulation. You'll start to see the truth behind life. You'll start to question how society really runs and who and what it actually benefits. Like I said before, everyone is different, but for me, I literally felt like I was abducted by aliens and put on a strange planet where no one was like me. I felt so isolated and so disconnected from who I thought I was, from my body, from my mind. Everything felt strange. I felt like I could see things clearly and no one else around me did. I started questioning everything from society to schools to work. I even questioned my own life purpose and my own path. I started realizing the true meaning to life and what's really important to me and what's not important to me at all. Relationships started dropping out of my life left and right, and I felt so alone. When you go through a spiritual awakening, it's common for all these relationships to end because the universe needs to make room for new healthy relationships. Another sign of a spiritual awakening is an increase of empathy and compassion, and you might also find yourself more selfish or more selfless depending on your programming. Often society and even our own parents like to create people pleasers. When you're a people pleaser, you may find yourself being more selfish going through a spiritual awakening because you realize the world isn't about everyone else. You don't have to make everyone else happy. And why do you even care that much what other people think of you? You start to realize that sometimes you can put yourself first. For me, I was made by society to be a people pleaser, and I always thought I had to put other people before myself. When I went through my spiritual awakening, I started realizing that how am I supposed to take care of anyone else if I can't take care of myself? If I couldn't learn how to prioritize myself and fulfill my own wants and needs, then how was I going to do that for anyone else? I also realized that the only way you're going to attract love in any sort of healthy relationship is that you gotta learn to love yourself first. If you deep down hate yourself and you don't like yourself, if you think you're ugly, if you think you're worthless, then you're going to attract people who think the same thing about you. Another common sign that you're going through a spiritual awakening is that your routine and habits change. Many people realize how unhealthy they were treating their bodies. For me, it was mainly my diet. I was eating fast food, processed foods, and non-organic foods, and I started realizing that those things are bad for you. This may be a topic for another video, but through my spiritual awakening, I realized that the government allows chemicals and bad ingredients to be put in our foods. And when we put those things in our bodies, it makes us sick. And when we're sick, we get to go to the doctor, and then the doctor gets to prescribe us medicine. And when we take the medicine, our insurance or we have to pay for it, as well as we have to pay for the doctor. I started realizing that it was a vicious cycle made to benefit big companies and to make money. I realized that I wasn't gonna make my body sick anymore. I decided to start eating all organic food. After I realized that I felt a lot better from eating healthy, I started exercising and drinking a lot of water. Instead of soda, I now drink water and tea. And instead of eating junk food, I now eat fruits and vegetables. And I even lost over 100 pounds in less than a year. But my point is, it was never about how much I was eating. It was about what I was putting in my body. Another sign that you may be going through a spiritual awakening is that you feel more intuitive and you have heightened senses. Your intuition has always been there, but before your spiritual awakening, it was buried underneath your ego. Your intuition can best be described as that little inner feeling that teaches you right from wrong, or that feeling that you get when something is definitely for you, or that feeling you get when something is definitely not for you. Your ego yells, but your intuition whispers. If you're too busy listening to a yelling ego, then you're not going to hear your little whispering intuition. But through a spiritual awakening, you're able to quiet your ego and break down the layers that make your ego, and then you start hearing your little intuition speaking to you. For me, I not only discovered that I had an intuition and how to trust and listen to it, but I also uncovered that I have many psychic abilities. A lot of people don't realize they have psychic abilities because society teaches us that those things are fake and not real and not to be trusted and even evil. We are taught that the only things we can trust and rely on are things we can physically see and physically feel. So while spiritual awakening can be complicated and messy, it can also be profound, transformative, empowering, and nothing short of life-changing. While a spiritual awakening may not be easy, it will change your life for the better. A spiritual awakening is an awesome experience because it shows you your true life purpose and your true life's meaning. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. And if you found this content helpful, please remember to like and subscribe so I can keep making more content like this. I hope you have a wonderful day or night, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!